Hi. So, do you have your third eye open? You see, the third eye means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But for the most part, it's our inner eye. And if it's activated, there will be some telltale signs to let you know that it is. Sign number 1 is that you have a sharpened intuition. You may notice that your intuition is stronger and more accurate. And maybe you end up getting vibes from people more often. Weird vibes, good vibes. And it just seems like your gut feeling, that intuition, seems to be more accurate, more right recently. This is one of the biggest signs that your third eye is activated. Another sign number 2, is that you start to have vivid dreams. Have you ever had dreams that are so clear? Have you ever had dreams that are so clear that you remember when you wake up and you have a hard time distinguishing that dream from reality? Or maybe in this dream, you have some kind of message, some synchronicity, some serendipitous moment that just sticks with you. And you just know that it means something. Which brings us to our next sign, and that is you become a better lucid dreamer. You're able to lucid dream more easily. You're able to enter this dream realm, stay in it, and become aware that you are actually dreaming. And so, when your third eye is open, your inner world, your inner vision becomes heightened. This is why the first sign is your intuition. Your intuition is going to be enhanced. Your dreams are going to be enhanced. And you're going to be able to lucid dream more easily. And when you're lucid dreaming, you're able to, for one, do whatever you want. But you can solve problems. You can do stuff that you can't do in this physical body. And so it's a very powerful tool that you can use in order to live a better life. For instance, if you are good at lucid dreaming because your third eye is open, you're able to live the dream life that you're trying to live now. You're able to win that lottery, to start that business, to have that car, and live it in this world of dream that is so realistic that it mimics or even is more real than the reality that you're in right now. The next sign is that you start to develop more empathy. When your third eye awakens, you start to see that we are all one and that everyone is just doing their best and everyone is just trying to work with what we have. And when your third eye awakens, you start to be more empathetic for people, for everyone. You start to feel empathy for everyone around you. You start to not kill insects as much or animals. You start to feel for your neighbor. You start to feel empathy for people that you might just not have felt empathy before. You start to realize that even though this person pissed me off, even though I really don't like this person, they're just playing their part. And we're all just kind of trying our best in this life. And you start to realize this. And another sign is that you will start to see more synchronicities. There's always been synchronicities in our lives, but people who aren't awakened and people whose third eye isn't open aren't going to notice them. You can show them all day long. Like, hey man, like you keep seeing 444 and notice it. You keep, it's right in front of you. You keep seeing it. You mentioned it a few times, but they'll be like, oh yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I notice it sometimes. It's weird. Like, I look at the clock and it's there. Like, what a coincidence. And then they move on. But when your third eye is awakened, you will start to see like 111 or 444, 888, or whatever number it is. And you'll start to see this more often because you are awakened, so to speak. Your inner eye is awakened and able to see these things. Another sign that I want to bring up is that you become more telepathic. You start to be able to hear what other people are thinking. And I don't mean hear as in with your ears or even the voice in your head, but you start to feel what they are thinking. And you might bring up stuff at the same time. You might think about stuff at the same time and then end up bringing it up. Or you may be thinking about something and then the person next to you brings it up. Like, for instance, maybe you're sitting there thinking about taking the trash out. And you're like, why am I thinking about taking the trash out? And then your spouse is like, hey, remember honey, you go take the trash out. You just picked up on that person's intention for you without even realizing it. You start to realize that sometimes these thoughts that we are having are actually not our own thoughts, and these thoughts are actually thoughts of other people. And one of the biggest signs that your third eye is awakened is you have an increased creativity. You have an increased creativity, and you start to become better at being creative. And this doesn't mean drawing or making music, the classical creative stuff, but whatever it is that you're passionate about and you have fun, or maybe you're doing a job and you just start to do creative ways on how to make it easier. Whatever it is you become more creative. You become more creative in any endeavor that you end up, doing. And these are the signs that your third eye is awakened. Now there's a few more. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. But this is the most common signs when it comes to having your third eye awakened. So comment down below if your third eye is awakened, if you have any of these signs, and what other signs that you may be experiencing as well. And I'll catch you in the next one.